Qualia is the most expensive resort on Hamilton Island, a place where the only vehicle you can drive is a buggy, and the wildlife seems just a bit Jurassic. So what makes Qualia so expensive? And is it worth it to stay there? You tell me after this video. Some interesting history about Hamilton Island is that it's been owned by one family since its purchase in 2003 by the late Bob Oatley. And the Oatley family owns and maintains everything on the island, which comes with some interesting perks for them, but also guests of the island as well. A couple that I met during the trip mentioned that they were staying at Reef View Hotel several years ago, and they were upgraded when it was found there was a faulty doorknob in their room. This upgrade was to Qualia, and they have stayed there every single time since then. I usually don't bring check-in luggage because of the wait times and also the bulky baggage, but at Hamilton Airport, this is one of the few times I'd highly recommend bringing in check-in. The airport is small, which means going down steps when you land, and if you're staying with Qualia, they'll receive you with a cold towel at their designated desk in the airport and get your checked-in luggage for you. Once you head off, it's a short 10-minute drive across the island. The first thing you'll notice is that there are buggies everywhere, and that's because you can only drive buggies on the island. At Qualia, you'll arrive at the Long Pavilion, where the first thing someone will ask you is if you want a sparkling wine, which I think is probably the sanest way anyone has ever greeted me. Then they'll come and check you in with a list of daily activities that are available during your stay, as well as your itinerary. You'll need to give your driving license to be assigned a buggy, and then you're off. For us, we decided to head to Pebble Beach for lunch as our room wasn't ready yet. Everywhere in Qualia is scenic, and that includes a parking area for the buggies in Qualia. In April, there were swarms of butterflies dancing in the air, but this time it was a bit chilly in May. This area is also a great place to see wallabies on the beach. Pebble Beach Restaurant has a bar at the front, and then any table you get at the restaurant pretty much gets a water view where you can see the Whitsundays in the distance. Almost every dish was mouth-wateringly good. There was a spanner crab entree with rice paper roll that had an Asian twist with a creamy yet fresh bite to it. Squid ink tagliatelle was delicious, and the truffle fries were an absolute standout. The only thing I didn't really like was the Morton bug salad because it was a bit too watery and lacked flavour. This time in Qualia, I stayed in one of the Leeward rooms, which is the cheapest room that you can get from around $1,700 per night Australian dollars. We stayed in Pavilion 28, which had a spacious living area. While this view was a bit leafier, it still had a beautiful view of the Coral Sea with a table and chairs outside, as well as some deck chairs. There's a sparkling wine on arrival, along with a welcome letter and a well-stocked mini bar with unlimited non-alcoholic drinks. There's also a small kitchenette with the standard fare, as well as a cupboard with bug spray, which fortunately we did not have to use here. The next cupboard was a bit weird because it looked like an ice fridge, but it didn't really have any ice. And then next to the TV, we had a big cupboard full of glassware and snacks. Also a cupboard with the ironing board, as well as a torch, as well as an international travel adapter if you're coming from overseas. And below that, there's a storage area for the bath towels that are laid out during turn down service, as well as some yoga mats as well. There's also a small office space with some handy guides about Qualia and Hamilton Island. Behind the bed, we have two cupboards with extra space for your clothes, with each side being a his and hers. There's a safe as well as some extra pillows and robes, and of course the laundry bag and slippers as well. The bathroom is very spacious with twin sinks and a large shower and bath. Everything smells good because it's Aesop, even down to the bath salts. We also discovered that there were integrated Bluetooth speakers embedded in the roof that night, so we played music from every part of the room that night.
Cool.
After settling in, we went to the Long Pavilion for the sunset drinks, where they mostly served a selection of wines from the Oatley family vineyard, as well as a non-alcoholic option. You can sit at the seats in the pavilion, and staff will come around with snacks. The pool at the Long Pavilion is beautifully lit at night, and you pretty much get a 180 view of the sunset from here. One of the unique things about Hamilton Island is getting to drive around it on a buggy. The island is fun to explore throughout the day, but at night is where all the animals come out. Hamilton Island has always given me Jurassic vibes, and I think especially with this bird, the call just seems so dinosaur-like. Not to mention all of the wallabies you'll see jumping around in the dark. Even the doors opening back into Qualia remind me of Jurassic Park. Nighttime buggying is fun, but just remember to charge your buggy at the end of the night next to the villa. At night they do a turn down service with some floral tea and also some chocolate. There's a different chocolate type every night that you're here, and the floral tea is pretty cool because it's one of those ones that unfurl over time. On the last night they also gave us a candle from Qualia, which was reminiscent of the smell they used in our rooms as well. The staff also lay out the slippers for you on a bath mat so you can get ready for a shower and bed, and they also set out the loofah with the Aesop bath salts. We signed up for a morning yoga class, which is situated in Spa Qualia. Even though the weather was cool, we managed to see a rainbow in the sky. While this yoga class was pretty good, I would say that there wasn't really detailed instruction like some of the other classes that I've been in. Breakfast at Qualia is a full affair, with a menu for you to choose from, where you can order every dish off the menu. There are also specials each day for one dish and one juice, and you can also order half serves of everything as well, so you can try as much as you can off the menu. You start off with a chia pudding, and the fruit changes every day. We ended up getting the Japanese omelette, truffle mushrooms, and also the nasi lemak on the first day. It was so good, especially the truffle mushrooms, which were a huge hit. We also had the eggs benny and the salmon and egg omelette. And on one of the days that we were rushing, we found out there was an express menu where the staff could give you anything that was on the menu that didn't require cooking. They even gave us our coffee and tea in takeaway cups so we could rush off to the next event. Opposite from the Long Pavilion is the store in Qualia, and this store stocks a lot of fashionable luxury items, from brands like Alamai, Zimmermann, and Victoria and Woods. All of it's more resort and beachwear style, and there are some really fun prints. The pool is down near Pebble Beach and towels are provided, as well as sunscreen, hand sanitizer, and bottles with cold water. There's a beautiful view overlooking Pebble Beach, but on that particular day, the ballet event was being set up, which you can see in my other video. There are day beds set up next to the pool with stunning dark grey stripes. Besides the day beds, there are also cabanas if you want to opt for a bit more privacy that are tucked behind the pool. And on some days, they'll have croquet on the lawn as well. I couldn't stop thinking about the fries from the day before, so we ordered some through the table service, as well as a couple of whiskies. We were here for a dip as well, because it was actually pretty hot. While we tried to do some filming, a crow flew over and started snatching some of the fries from our bowl.
Not a big one, but he's got our chip.
And started circling us to see if he could find another gap where he could steal more fries. There's an outdoor shower that's next to the pool, just in case you want to rinse off before you go back to your pavilion. We also booked a spa at Spa Qualia to relax in between events. Unfortunately, although we booked the couples package, it was a bit rushed for us, so we could only do the 60-minute massage. But the staff were really great, and they seemed unfazed about it all, as they had a really relaxed air about them. Massage was great, and you can even see how relaxed we were by the imprint of our bodies on these massage tables. Although we didn't manage to have time to do the bath, this is a video of what it looks like, and how beautiful it is in that massage room. We had our post-treatment juice and tea in a spot that was shaded by bamboo, where we could see the buggies drive past. On your last night at Qualia, they give you a letter with some instructions on how to check out. And then you head back to Long Pavilion to wait for the bus to take you back to the airport, seeing that beautiful view for one last time. If you liked this video or found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to see my next adventure, Emirates Business Class on the A380.